What's up, guys? Yo. Alright, let me just. Every time I try to get that, it disappears. Alright, guys, how are y'all doing? W's in the chat. Come on. Let me pull off the. Do you guys hear me? Alright. So, just put that here. Alright. How are y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing great. We could see a potential short pretty soon, to be completely honest. So yes, I'm going to give away one account today. I'm going to give away a 50k advanced account. All right, but right here I will most likely have an A+ setup confirming itself pretty soon. So I could be in a heavy trade on all my accounts. So yeah, not financial advice, of course. All right. So once we do get that 5-minute breaker right here, I'll have a good confirmation that we could go short. Not yet though, but do you guys want some music in the background? What's up, guys? What's up? Do you guys enjoy music in the background, or it's good like this? Nobody agrees on music. Alright, I'll put on some music. By the way, I just posted a brand new YouTube video showing y'all exactly how I was 3 for 3 yesterday. Took 3 trades, 2 trades on Tradeify TV Live and 1 on my own. The trades that I took on Tradeify TV Live were a little bit more aggressive, and I explained the reason why I didn't enter with all my accounts. And yeah, I show you everything. So the setup, I show you also my journal. I show you guys the mistakes I made on Friday and Monday. So I definitely overtraded and gave back some profits for no reason. So like I was being super transparent on that video. And also I recorded that live trade, so you guys can see me entering live, putting my my stop loss, my take profit, like everything is there in this video. So I don't see a lot of people having this kind of transparency, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna do a giveaway, but I need at least at least 75 likes. So right now we have 14 likes. I would like if we have I would do a giveaway if we have at least 75 likes. All right. So let me just do you guys hear it? Let me know if it's too loud or it's good. But for now, it's gonna stay like this. Just let me know. But yeah, do you guys prefer that? You know, the way that I set up my camera. You guys can see like my left screen, and you know the background also. I think I could make the cam a little bit bigger though. Wait. Just like this. So yeah, usually I have my Discord set up here, but right here what I'll have is Tradeify. I have my Tradeify right here. Because basically I was copy trading all my life with Replicanto, and what happened was that I changed a small thing on my PC. So I added a SSD, and then just because of that I can't use Replicanto anymore. It can't read the same PC basically, so I have to rebuy it again. All right. What am I reading in the chat? All right, so we could have a potential short opportunity real soon, and this would be a trade that I would enter pretty heavy on. So yeah. Do you use TradeSync? No, I don't. I have one guy in my Discord that had a pretty bad you can't hear the music? Are you sure? But yeah, I had a guy on my Discord who had a pretty bad experience with them. So I'm just copy trading on Tradeify for now. The only downside of copy trading with Tradeify is that you cannot copy trade through different firms basically, but I don't need to right now, so because I'm trading bigger size on 150k straight to Symphonite accounts, so you don't need more than 5 accounts on that, to be completely honest. Music is gone. Oh, okay, I think because I was going on Tradeify, that's why. Now you guys should be able to hear the music. Have it on the left. I'll put it like this. So yeah, I dropped a new video. I really think you guys will like it a lot. Truly think. Should be a banger. And also, I don't really like the fact that you have to pay monthly for a trade, a trade copier. Why would I do that when there is free trade copiers out there, or at least Replicanto? So oh my, So yeah, guys, basically every time I tell you guys this all the time, but when I'll go in a live, usually what I'll do is I will take setups that are pretty aggressive. You know, I don't want to just go live and not take any trades. Um, so the trades that I will enter, let's say with $200 trades or $300 trades, these are going to be taken on only one account. And if you see me enter for $1,000 of risk, it's because I'm entering my full size and it's an A plus setup. So just so you guys know, so most of the trades that I will take though are most likely going to be, you know, B minus setups or setups that I wouldn't enter my full size on, just because you know, I'm really picky with my setup accounts. Well, you guys can see my stats on my last video. Right now I'm up, really I should be up a lot more this month. Basically what happened with me is that I have a system that has a pretty low frequency of trades. All right, so I do take around 12 trades a month, and what happens is that when I see the setups happen in front of me, sometimes you will not get picked up if you don't enter aggressively, and sometimes I do take the decision to enter aggressively when I shouldn't, and then I get stopped out on possibly either a winning trade or even a losing trade. But that's like the mental battle that I have to deal with my edge. So on Friday, basically what happened was that I had a setup, but it was invalidated because of how deep it retraced. But I was like, you know what? I have 150k accounts. My drawdown is 6,000. It's not gonna hurt me if I try to take this trade with a $200 worth of risk, trying to make 800. And yes, in that perspective, RR wise it was good, but it made me take so many bad trades for no reason. So basically I entered at the top of the range, got stopped out to break even, and was like, you know what, I'm gonna take another stab here. Then lost 100, then lost 100 again, lost 100 again, break even again, then won 200. So it was like, you know, yeah, I'm being transparent with y'all, but that's the thing about high frequency of trades. It's not for everyone. Taking a lot of trades is not for everyone. You just need to know what kind of person you are. And for me, if I take more than 2 trades a day, I will definitely, I know, like, I will have a hard time accepting a loss, or, you know, walking out of my screen. Because let's say if you have a strategy that is a little bit too discretionary, and you know, you could end up taking like 4, 5, 10 trades in a day, you will always find a reason to re-enter the market, even if it's not a good setup. So for that fact, I limit myself to 1 or 2 trades, and you guys will see in my journal in my last video, I had way more than 2 trades in some days. So it will show up. I had 6 on Friday, 4 on Monday, and yesterday I took 3. So yeah. What is your risk on evals? I don't take evals, I'm not gonna lie. I trade with Tradeify, and they have accounts where you don't even need to pass any evaluations. As soon as you pay, you're on your road to get your first payout, and I think these are the best accounts by far. So yeah. So you're looking at short, right? Not anymore. Unfortunately, we held right here the opening price, and we created new highs. So in this case, the market is in an accumulation mode right here. As you guys can see on the 15-minute chart, we are chopping. We don't have, I wanted to see, you know, price hold this level, then start to dump down. Okay, and if I saw that, that would have been my confirmation to enter on some sort of PD arrays, let's say a 5-minute breaker or a 5-minute order block. But right here, you guys see we held the level that I wanted to see, a break of structure to the downside. So yeah. So guys, we're 94. I really appreciate you guys so much for showing love. spam that like button and I will definitely do a giveaway right now. If I have 75 likes, I'll do a giveaway, I told y'all. Um, a random question, but what mouse do you have? I have this mouse. So Logitech G Pro wireless, I think. It's like a Fortnite mouse. You know, that is the. I have a Fortnite mouse, Fortnite keyboard, Fortnite setup. Ooh, ES looks pretty good for that short though. Yeah. ES looks good for that short. I think we will still go down a little bit more on ES, especially considering the fact that we have 5-minute breaker and a 5-minute order block right here. The chances are you will most likely break this low here on the 1-minute chart, but just the fact that NQ is super strong, this could be a reason why we lose. So I'll just wait for a better setup. Even if it's a lower time frame entry, I would rather take that than this setup right here. You play Fortnite? No, I don't play video games anymore. But yeah, I used to play Fortnite, definitely. Who didn't play Fortnite? Like, actually, I'm more of an FPS guy though. Like I played FPS most of my days. Apex keyboard. No, I have wait, I have this keyboard. You guys want to see setup tour? I have this keyboard. So it's a Razer. It's a Razer 60%. I don't know how it's called though. I don't know, but it's a Razer. Razer, yeah, I think it's a Razer Huntsman Mini. I think could be it. That could be it. I see the shorts working out definitely on ES. Looking at this candle for sure. Timing is a little bit off though. I will wait for us to go back towards this low, reject, and then see a possible move to the upside. That's my plan for now. So like, guys, make sure you like so we do the giveaway. 52, so we're not too far away. Do you guys hear me well, or should I talk a little bit louder? Because every time I'm filming a video on YouTube and I talk pretty loud, I hear like the noise is so weird. Do you have a week or monthly target? To be completely honest, like I said, you'll see on my last video, but I talk about the fact that in terms of scalping, if you want to scalp 10, 15, 20 handles every single day, you don't need a weekly bias. Even a daily bias you don't need. If it's bigger picture plays on the 5-minute chart and you have a 1 to 3, or you're more discretionary trader, yes, it will help you so much. But for me, I want to be in and out of the market super fast, so my confirmations will be candles on the lower time frames, so I don't go over the 4-hour. I mainly look at the 1-hour, 4-hour, and 15-minute. I would say these time frames are, the best to find your bias on the lower time frames, definitely. And yeah, so it's completely different approach than most people, but you know, for me, this is what works for me. I don't like to forecast big moves. I think it's pretty hard. Uh, it's hard for me to have a high RR basically, because I associate my wins with luck. Since it has a low win rate, let's say a high RR strategy statistically cannot have a high win rate. It's barely impossible. Um, so when I start being in a losing streak, then I start to feel like every time I will win, it will be luck and I have no sort of edge really. And I know some of you guys feel like this for sure, or felt like this in the past. But for me, that's really the reason why I found uh, scalping better for me. And also, in scalping, you don't ask for too much of the market. You know, you could make money in any type of market conditions, in any markets. Um, you know, don't really need to understand um, fundamentals or anything like this. It's really, you find a statistical edge based on a mechanical strategy that I could definitely code my strategy for sure. I know I could code it. It's just um, finding finding that would be a headache. Finding a good person to do that would be a headache. That's first. And second, I think there are some market conditions that are a little bit harder, so you need to, you know, adapt or tweak some things in your strategy. And you know, even if you have a robot, it wouldn't be able to do that. So yeah, was good. Any trades today? No trades for me yet. So basically today, the only area I really wanted to take a trade off of is right here, um, off of the pullback here at 943 here. I wanted to see pullback towards that line here, that change in the state of delivery right here. I had my limit order set up here with a 1-to-1 risk to reward, so like this and like this. So this was the trade that I was willing to take with my full size this morning, and unfortunately we closed back here at the 44 and started to push up a rip towards the highs here, so couldn't enter the trade. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna give away 50k advanced. I think we have the LIGO 68. Come on guys, keep liking. So 1 p.m. I think ES will definitely deliver towards that low. Um, if you want me to be completely honest, the thing is, you could see potential pullback here since you're weak at those lows. Potential pullback to the 15-minute fair value gap right here, and then could see a bounce from here. Well, as you guys can see, it's hard to read when you see the market like this. I rather really stay cash than taking a bad setup right here. So basically what I do is I have different setups, you know, setups that I take on the 1 minute chart and setup that I take on the 5 minute chart. And you know, if I see a good setup on the 1 minute chart based, let's say, on a 15-minute framework, I will definitely take it. But my main A plus setups are based on, you know, the 5 minute chart. So yeah, I think looking at a 5 minute chart gives you a clear idea of, you know, what a quick, really good scalp can look like. You know, when you see a breaker on the 5 minute chart, the chances are you will most likely break the most recent low or most recent high. But when you see a breaker on the 1 minute chart, let's say you see high, low, higher high, lower low. This is, let's say you see this on the 1 minute chart. Sometimes this is just the soup in order to go back up. A lot of people get squeezed there. If you are just trading a pattern, let's say randomly on the chart without the timing aspect, this is how you get squeezed in this market, in my opinion. There is an X and there is a Y for a reason. Okay, the Y is the price, but there's also the time. Okay, the time is super important, and you know, as soon as you understand the time, this is when you start seeing some profits, in my opinion. Okay, that's really about it. So I think we do have 75 likes. Yeah, 77. Come on, guys. So we will do the giveaway for sure. Had to go recruit my neighbors. But it's gonna be a 50k advanced account, so not much. But guys, I have the next giveaway will be massive. I'm telling you, it will be a big giveaway. Hopefully. The last one was pretty big. I don't think I've seen anyone do a bigger giveaway than that. Really, I gave away around like worth more than $2,000 of accounts. And yeah, the next one should be as big or bigger, hopefully. So yeah, definitely like giving back to the community is really important in my opinion, especially those accounts. It's like it's something that could help you to make money, you know. This is what I like about those giveaways, is that yes, you're winning something, but you're winning something to make even more money. So yeah, for now I see this 1 hour fair value gap. If we start holding bearish beta raise and start breaking lows, we will most likely see this 1 hour fair value gap. For me, what do I want to see? I want to see us fill this 1 hour fair value gap. So right now I don't want to predict that we're gonna get into this 1 hour gap. It's too choppy right now, and I don't see enough confirmations to predict that we're gonna dump down. But I will wait for us to dump down, hold this level, and then if I see confirmation that I have more chances of breaking the most recent high than the most recent low, I will enter for a quick scalp back to the upside. I will try to take a piece of the pie here if we do see something pretty clean here. If not, I'll just remain cash. That's my plan for now. So you see right now we're filling this 15-minute fair value gap on ES, like I said, is going to be a pretty big level. And if you see that candle being a down close, you're most likely going to see this internal low. But you would need to position yourself right now if you want to be short, because you're not going to get picked up. But I think it's a pretty decent short for sure. Nice. You know, it would be super nice to interview someone that got a payout with the giveaway. That would be so nice. Is there any questions, guys, on literally anything? Could be anything. But some pretty nice things are in plan for the Sunday sessions, I will say. That's for sure. You know, I know that most people here are addicted to competition, you know, being good at something or being better than someone, right? Let's be honest, if you're a guy, like even if you're a girl, but especially if you're a guy, like the drive to be in constant competition is what we like. So I'll try to host something, just try to, you know, try to guess what it's gonna be, but I'll try to host something um, with a lot of competition in it, and where you could win, um, accounts or a prize pool if you're good at something and it's trading. So, what do you guys think it will be? But that's the idea for the Sunday sessions for now. Did you ever share a written plan publicly of your strategy if someone wants to code it? No, I'm not. I'm not sharing, the exact parameters that I use um, publicly. So, no. Like most of the things you guys see on YouTube is is to help you guys, building a framework and understanding lower time frame confirmations, etc. But I think that you should still, um, go back in the chart and find your own edge. That's for sure, because everyone sees the market differently. If you give me a chart and I tell you, okay, wait for this, then you would, yes, you would take the same possible trades as me, but the chances are you will also take more losers than me, because I put in so many reps that I know what losers look like. So I made extra rules that you possibly don't know about. But that's basically it. So when you look at, that's what I talk about on the last live on YouTube, is when you look at a YouTube video, don't just look at it and be like, oh, this video will change my life, or this strategy will change my life. It is a possible really, really good um, you know good video to help you build something off of it. That's how I view it. It's like you take the most important concepts or aspects that you judge being um, you know the best possible concept. Basically, let's say you take SMT divergence, or you take what really fits with your style on the video that you looked at, and then you build something off of it. Do you trade in pre-market? Not really. No, I trade New York Open. What is your biggest contract size in NQ? So basically, I trade with 550k accounts. So let's say when I enter and copy trade in my accounts on Tradeify, let's say yesterday I was in, how many contract was I in? I was in 3 contracts on 5 accounts. So it was 15 contracts on a short. So yeah, it's depending on the volume that is traded on the day. So sometimes, like, there was a question that was asked on Tradeify TV, and Nick asked me if I was using always a 10-point stop loss, and I said that my stop loss are always based on structural points in the market. Okay, they're not based on a point size. So if, let's say, I put my stop loss right below this low, but the 1 minute chart is trading way more volume than the previous days, let's say, and from this swing low to this swing high it's 25 handles, then my stop loss will be 25 handles. So knowing this, sometimes I need to trade micros, or I can't enter more than 1 contract. That's pretty much it. Right now we're in a big chop. Even like trying to take a scalp inside the zone is super dumb in my opinion. So what I will do in this situation is just mark out the range high and the range low and wait for either one of them to get swept or broken above or below. So let's say in this case, here, I would wait for either one of those levels to get tapped in, so I could take either potential short, potential long here. No, it's not a quiz. It's not a quiz. That would be too easy. A quiz. Everyone would use ChatGPT and it would be done. So how many likes do we have right now? 81. Damn. That's pretty good. Alright, so we could do the giveaway right now since it is pretty much chopping. So let me just take this right here. So, alright. Oh shit. Alright, 2 seconds, guys. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do the giveaway. So we have to use a word. So what we're gonna use is let me find a word. Okay, so we're gonna use the word trading. All right, trading. Okay, don't start spamming the word. All right, just write it down once, and if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. But the word is gonna be trading. All right. So I'll share. So just put the word trading, trading, and I'm gonna do this. So spam the word trading right now. You guys can see exactly on the screen what is happening. So this is for a 50K advanced account. So spam the word trading. So 47, I'll wait a little bit. We're 82 right now, so I'll wait at least till we're 80. We're 60 right now. All right, 86, come on. Right now we're still 64. I need us to be, oh shit, we're 94, all right. It's either people are stepping in with 5 different accounts, or I think that's pretty much the case. But yeah, 50K advanced giveaway right now. I'm waiting for the amount of people that are in the live to be participating, and we're gonna launch it. All right, so yeah. So I'm gonna wait another 15 seconds. All right, 15 seconds, and I'm gonna start it. So you guys have 15 seconds to spam the word trading. 76. Damn. All right. All right, guys. So I'm gonna start it in 10 seconds. All right. We're gonna see who's gonna win that. Pretty hyped. The best ones are straight to Sims. Straight to Sims are like a movie, man. Okay, we're 83 right now. So I'm just going to start it right now. Good luck to everyone. Aceptar. Come on. Simo OT. Alright, Simo, you have 60 seconds to claim to type in the chat. You see right here, you have 60 seconds. As soon as you type, it will be all right. So 41 seconds. Simo, lock in, bro. I know there's a slight delay, but okay, you typed. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Why does it not appear though? It's weird. Usually yeah, I see you, Tress. Alright. Usually it appears, but yeah, I don't know for what reason. Usually we would see your name on the top right. So make sure you have your YouTube, your email on your YouTube description. This is the only way for me to give you your account. All right, so all right, so I'm gonna click on your account right now. I'm gonna add you. Make sure you have your email in your YouTube description, okay? So can we know what part of the world are you from? That would be nice. What part of the world are you from, Simo? The best feeling is giving an account to someone in a country. Morocco, let's go. My brother. Alright, so we're back trading this awful action. Alright, I don't know what is this, but Morocco, that's really nice, bro. I'm from Algeria, so we're neighbors. Are you French? Do I sound French? Let me know right now if I have that big of an accent. If I have that big of an accent, I'm cooked. I don't think I have the regular French Canadian, let's say, English accent. I don't think I have. I think I have somewhere close to a European accent. Yo, acrylics, bro. Just take off your comment, bro. Who do you think you are, bro? Telling me I have a French accent, bro? Are you serious? No, you don't. I just ask. Alright, it's all good. But I know I have an accent, that's for sure. Like, my main language is French, yeah. You look Mexican with that accent. I don't think I have a Mexican accent, but I think I do have I do look at like a Latino guy though, kind of. Well, that's just because of the mustache and the goatee, basically. But if I didn't have this, yeah. You sound British. Hell yeah, mate. When is the next giveaway? I'm ready. Bro, are you going into my streams just for giveaway acrylics? Are you serious? Bro, lock in, bro. How do I trade the divergence? Let's say I usually look at them just to get out of my trade earlier. So let's say I'm in a short position, all right? Let's say I'm in a short position right here, and I'm targeting this low, which is usually what I do. If I'm in a short on NQ and ES took out the low, and it's the same exact structure, I will take out my profits right here. That's usually what I do. Yeah. You're a big fan? Thank you, Jack. Hopefully you'll win a giveaway soon. I got you, bro. Yeah, that's basically what I do for SMTs. I don't really use it like that for my entries though. I think basically with SMTs is that there are so many SMTs that it's really hard to know which one will work out or be an immediate, reversal point. So what I like doing is just using it for my exits. It is still an extra confirmation to get in a trade, but there is just too much, too many SMTs in the market, so it gets confusing. Hey, I'm a big fan after your first time on Tradeify TV. Appreciate you, man. Hopefully there's a lot of people here from Tradeify TV. So yesterday on Tradeify TV, I took 2 trades, yeah. 2 quick scalps. 2 quick scalps, one being a long, one being a short. I took the shorts first. I think looking back at the live, it was pretty entertaining because we have different perspectives, and different strategies. And Miriam wanted to go long when I wanted to go short, or she wanted to go short when I wanted to go long. So it was really nice to see those different perspectives, and I think it's entertaining when you have like 2 people in trades that are in different sides of the market. You want to watch who's gonna win the trade. How's market conditions in June, July comparing with May and April? Does market change? I don't basically, like, how I view it is that the market will change, but you will need to adapt your entry model, not the way that you frame your trades. Like, the way that you frame your trades should be overall pretty accurate. Of course, there will be some market conditions where it will be pretty hard to, hit your draw, or it will reject a lot of highs and be accumulating way more than usual. But the important thing is when you see some market conditions, usually you will need to adapt your entries when the market conditions will be a little bit more trendy. So you will need to enter on breakouts rather than pullbacks, or when the market will be way more choppy. You will need to wait for deeper pullbacks than just entering market, etc. So it's all about finding a sweet spot with what you saw in the last 3, 4, 5 weeks of price action. So right now we just swept this low. We ended that big accumulation right here, dumped. I want to see what price is gonna do after reacting from this low. Insane trades, to be honest, but the only bad thing it's the delay that the live have, because whenever you enter a trade it's already moved and hard for me to jump in after. That's true. Oh yeah, so there is a delay on the live, on the Tradeify TV live. Is there a delay? Yeah, that's the thing though about scalping, is the fact that, let's say if I'm in a position, you would never be able to really jump in with me. That's true though. Never thought about it. I thought the delay was like 4 or 5 seconds. Your weekly live schedule. I usually live trade on Wednesday on Tradeify TV. I don't know if I'm gonna be there next week, but usually it will be Wednesday on Tradeify TV, Thursday and Friday on my YouTube channel, then also on Sundays. So every time it will be on my YouTube channel for live trading, let's say, it will be at 12:30 p.m. If it's a Sunday recap or backtesting session, it will be around the 5 p.m. mark, and if it's a Tradeify TV live, it will be at 9:15 a.m. Yeah, between 6 to 9 seconds. Damn. Yeah, it's really hard, especially let's say you wanted to get in the trades that Miriam trades. Basically it's literally impossible. She's entering super fast, but I think she's really good. Definitely a pro. What was the largest number of losing trades you had in a row? In backtesting or in live markets? In backtesting, I will answer to both, but in backtesting it was around like 9 or 10 in a row, which was pretty crazy. But that goes to show that even if you take 10 losers in a row, it has nothing to do with the overall expected value of the strategy. That's first. And in the live markets, I would say like around like 5, pretty much. Already blew an account, definitely blew a set of accounts. Respecting my rules, this happens. I really had a hard time in September in 2024, even October, November. Like, I had a hard time adapting to the market conditions with my main strategy because it looked so different to how I traded in that summer. So the time that I needed to adapt my entry models, it just killed me. It was really hard. Like, the hardest time for me was possibly in September, October of 2024. It was really hard. Mentally, basically, it was hard. But man, the thing is when you are inside those months, you think like, damn, this is way too hard for me. I don't want to I don't want to have to deal with all that pressure on my life and stuff. Like, these are stuff you will start to say to yourself. But at this exact moment, if you keep going, this is how you grow. This is exactly where you grow and how you grow. So, yeah. If you still feel, let's say, butterflies when you enter a trade, or, you know, uh, I'm laughing because I used to. Um, it's because you didn't hit, the price didn't hit your stop loss enough. Once you will be like, once trading will start being absolutely boring, is because you suffered so much that you're basically you don't have any expectations anymore. You just lost so much in your life that whatever happens. That's basically what I learned from those days. But yeah, but one thing though is like, in social media, I think that the community is just so toxic to a point where even the people that want to be transparent don't gain anything from being transparent. That's really about it. It's like, a lot of people are judging, influencers for not being transparent, or, not showing their journal or anything. But can you truly blame them when you have a certain big following? Every time you will share your loss, everyone will just turn into a market maker for some reason. It's just, oh, you why did you take this trade? It didn't come back to discount. Or, bro, my strategy has nothing to do with that. Like, what are you saying? What are you talking about? It's like, if you use discretion to find a reason why your trade was bad, it's because you don't even have an edge in the first place. That's one thing you need to understand. It's like, if you're like, oh, I shouldn't have entered this trade because, you're cooked. On God, you're cooked. It's like, you're gambling at this point. Because you should just follow a plan, and no matter the outcome, you're comfortable with it, and you know that your strategy does not have 100% win rate, and that's it. That's how I view it. So like, every time I post, let's say, a win or a loss, especially like when I post losers, it doesn't happen to me that often, to be honest. The community that I have is not that toxic, or I would say I'm not that big enough yet. That's really about it. Like, when you become super big, everyone will have their word to say, but yeah, so pretty much it. How much monthly you earn from trading? I don't really like to talk about this though. Like, money wise, it's better to just, in anything in life, in my opinion, it's just better to shut your mouth, especially when it's about money. I share my setups and stuff, but even, I know that sharing payouts, this and that, could definitely help out some people to have, to be inspired by the journey of someone else. But to a certain extent, I think it's just better to not show it all the time. But yeah, if you want to see payouts, just there is a channel on my Discord where I posted 20 payouts in like 20 weeks, but I just stopped posting after that. Why do you trade futures now? Because I trade with prop firms. So I think it's the best kind of leverage you can get for your money. Buying an account that is worth let's say $500 for 150k straight to sim, with the discount code, and having $6,000 worth of drawdown is like pretty good return for your buck. If you are good enough, you can make a decent living out of 3, 4 accounts. I would say definitely. Or like even if you buy growth accounts, you could buy accounts that are worth $97 or $90 with the biggest discount, and as soon as you get one payout, you made 16x your initial investment. There is no way you could do that with a live account. It's impossible. You know, making 100K per year trading prop firms is 100 times easier than making 100K with a live account, because the amount of risk you have to put on to make $100,000 with your live account is not even comparable. It's not comparable at all. When I saw Miriam trade, I have doubt on how she journal all these momentum trades. Yeah, this is a completely different approach of trading. You know, I see a lot of people trading that way, you know, especially people that trade like order flow or bookmap, or, you know, that are a little bit older. I mean, it's hard. It would be hard for me to trade that way, I think, because you need such a good psychology. As soon as you use a lot of discretion in your system, your psychology has to be on like the best possible psychology in the world. Like you need to be pretty good mentally. So for me, those kind of strategies are not what I look for, because you're getting paid based on your decision making, and you don't take necessarily the same kind of trades every single day. You go with the flow basically. And yeah, I think I would crash out. I would definitely crash out. Maybe because I'm too young, but I don't know. But it's just not my approach. What's the best way to stop overtrading? Really good question. For me, it was backtesting again. You know, overtrading. Just backtest so much to a point where you see that your strategy is not even, like, let's say your strategy is not even good enough with the amount of trades that you take in a day or in a month. You have too many possible setups because you don't have enough rules on your strategy. And as soon as you're going to build more rules for your strategy, immediately one thing will happen: you will take less trades. And then the more rules you have, the more, you know, you can write down your strategy on a piece of paper, the less bad trades you will take, and the more you will stay consistent, in my opinion. It's all about work you did in the past. Can I buy? Those comments are insane. Do you know if your strategy still worked the same if, say, you wanted to trade a stock like Tesla? Oh, no. Really good question, but I have no idea how my trading would go with that, with a different pair. You know, a framework, you could use a good framework on overall a lot of pairs, but the expected value or the return would be completely different. You know, even my strategy, let's say my main strategies, they're better on NQ than ES, which is insane, which are two pairs that should be completely correlated and, you know, should be trading the same exact way. So yeah, but a really good question right now that I'm getting. Bro, I'm using your IFVG strategy on crypto. You just bought Doge. Hopefully that shit works on crypto, I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, when you look at my YouTube videos, just try to build your own strategy off of it. Don't think that, you know, it's a strategy that will change your life, right? Be smart about it. Always what I say to people. It's like, try to find deeper and more concrete ways to take this concept here, this concept there, and build up something that is truly unbelievably good. Thank you, Sobering. Go gamble small money on shit coins. Do you enter on the 1 minute time frame? Yeah, most of the time. Definitely. Right now, it's like we're inside this range here. Even if you would definitely try to wait for price to get out of this range. For now, it doesn't even look bad for a long. But the range is so tight. Like, what is this? I'm still thinking about longing this though. I like longs, but not now. Not now. I need to see. This is a huge level. Like, if we could hold this level and start dumping down. So if we start breaking above it, I would possibly look for a retest of that level. I can't see this high being touched though. I want it to be my second target. But that is a huge level. This is definitely where we could see some selling pressure. So we'll see. Which IVG is good. I'm using a 2 minute. I mean, from 1 to 5, they're pretty good, pretty accurate. What you have to say to yourself is there is always going to be 1 or 2 bare minimum IFVGs that will deliver you 10, 15, 20 handles every single day. That is 100%. So if you can find the reason why some fail, the reason why some win, and build rules off of, based on a little bit of timing, the timing aspect, or, the divergence with NQ and ES, or a little bit more concepts. Like, if I look at the chart, it's pretty easy. I will find this one in the beginning of the day, boom, IFVG worked. Okay, is that, let's say, the main strategy that I use when I copy trade on my accounts? No. Right? But this doesn't mean that there's not a lot of people that are making a shit ton of money based off of that. Swept the lows here, 15-minute gap, couldn't close a singular handle below the low here, which is the London lows. SMT also with the London lows, then boom. So let's say if you ask for those kind of setups, so perfect sweeps, can't see a singular handle close inside the gap, etc., then of course your win rate is going to be way higher than if you take a lot of trades, a lot of stabs and a lot of opportunities. But of course you will have less trades, so since you're more picky, you will not overtrade so much. If you have a strategy that doesn't have a lot of rules in it, you will overtrade, that's for sure. I'm trading NQ futures between 9:30 to 3:45. And usually if I take a really good trade with my full size, I'm out for the day. I'd rather take one full size trade that I judge being A+ than 5 small trades of 200. The more risk you put on, I'd say the more trades you start putting in, the less edge you have over the long run. I still see price going higher for sure. If we do break above this high, we see strong candle closure above this high here, it will be potential good long opportunity. What I want to see right now though is price chopping. I want to buy some time, move up, then get the pullback right here to scalp. The buy side liquidity pool, it will be pretty good. If we generate buy side here, disrespect this gap to the left, pull back without sweeping this high, plus we're rejecting sell side perfectly, cannot even close, singular handle below the 1 hour gap. Like I said, I wanted to see that happen, but right now I think we do have a lot of confirmation to go in for a long opportunity. What's your full size? How much do you risk? I risk $1,000 per account on 5 accounts. So let's say here, let's say I would want to enter on a pullback play. I'm not going to enter right now, but let's say I wanted to enter on a pullback play inside this range to scalp a high, or I would need to enter like bare minimum 6 contracts on NQ per account because the range is super tight. I don't know for what reason though, but what's up, brother? How are you doing? Hey brother, you trade live every day. I trade live on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, not Monday. Monday I usually don't even see a trade most times. $9:30 to 4:45, no, to 3:45. Because on futures you can't take trades after 4:10 p.m. It's the closing time of the RTH chart. Question, bro, do you start off with 5-6 contracts on the bigger account? No, to be honest, in terms of risk management, guys, like I can't really say anything to y'all. You know, I'm not you know, financial advisor and anything, but for me, like I don't expose myself to such big variance. Like I will not enter so heavy on a trade that three trades could blow my account. I think if you have a good strategy, keeping the same amount of risk is pretty much the best thing you could do with prop firms. Definitely, you know, entering a trade with, you know, risking 1/3 of your drawdown. If you win 2 in a row, of course you're on the road to get the payout, but did you really deserve that payout? Not really. It's like you could have blown that account so easily, and I don't think you would keep the same energy if the account was worth $700 USD. You know, that's really what you need to think about. That's why, in my opinion, prop firm trading is way easier than having a live account, is because you could risk amounts that you wouldn't be comfortable losing with a live account, because you're basically risking the fee that you paid in order to get funded. So even me, like being completely honest, I wouldn't risk 20 contracts on NQ at all. If you want me to be completely honest, like not a lot of people can risk 20 contracts on NQ with their live accounts. It's you need a pretty big live account, and it's some pretty heavy size, especially for scalping here. It's yeah. So that's what the advantage that you get from trading prop firms, for sure. It's like you're flying. You're on beast mode. Bro, what is that action, bro? When I backtested your strategy, IVG, I got confidence on my trades once it will show on the chart. Just put orders, then the price do its thing. Backtested will give you that. Yeah, backtesting will give you confidence, especially in times where you would want to stop trading the strategy because you're on a losing streak. So it's not, you don't have any blind faith anymore. That's why backtesting is good, is that you have, you know, strong facts backing the way that you trade. I can't really talk about any other prop firms. I'm so sorry, but to be honest, even if I wanted to talk about them, I don't really know them perfectly. Especially the new ones. I don't know their rules at all. But if you have any questions on Tradeify, I have a full video where I explain everything. Literally everything about the funding program, you know, the straight to funded accounts, the advanced accounts, everything. So I suggest you go and watch it. I would like to see a pop of that candle right here. Man, that action is pretty S. If you truly ask me, like, taking a trade right now is forcing a trade. You are definitely forcing a trade if you take a trade right now. Like, damn. We'll see. I would like, if we break above this high right here, I would be comfortable longing. If we stay inside this range, it's too weird. It's like, come on. What's up, Zach? How are you doing? If you had to pass an eval, what would you do different with your trades? I would use a strategy that has a higher frequency of trades, so that I will be done, so I can make sure I don't trade the eval for 3 months. You know, that's pretty much it. So I would either, let's say my overall framework is on a 4-hour chart, then I would scale down to the 1 hour and use the same framework but on different time frames to find more entries. That's pretty much it. But that's how I do it, because I know, like, I have the same framework that works on different time frames. But if it's not the same for you, then just make sure you take more trades, I think. Caught a 1 hour long earlier. Yeah, this shit is absolutely chopped. Doesn't look that bad anymore though. It's like, damn, bro. If I take a loss on that shit, I don't want to enter full size on that shit. I enter below the slow. If we do get the pullback below this low, I'll take it. Oh shit, my fault. If we do get the pullback below this low, I'll take it. If not, I'm not gonna take that. But that will be it. So yeah, I will take that trade. What is that account? So I will take this trade right here at what, 23,260 possibly, if we do get a bigger pullback. I don't know if we're gonna get it, but that's the only possible way I do take this trade though. I don't want to get squeezed up there. I want it to pull all the way back. It's yeah, ask for a lot right now inside this range, but I'm not willing to take a fucking loss here, to be completely honest. If you truly ask me, I think it's gonna rip. Yeah, the draw is really obvious though. It's like you're disrespecting bearish speed arrays. You're reacting from lows. So we're rejecting lows, breaking highs, creating bullish speed arrays. I could drive it up to 0.3. Yeah, it's gonna rip. If it takes out this high, it's off. Yeah, this was the accumulation phase. We're not gonna see that trade, I think. Is there any S2 with ES? No. We could see an open low here. If we're blessed, this would be the trade right here at 23265 on the limit order with a wider stop on all my accounts. Is it gonna happen? I really don't think so. Yeah, it's cooked. Yeah, GG's. Alright, you see like this exact kind of entry? This is what I was referring to like 5 minutes ago, but you know, when we're talking about market conditions changing, it's like you needing to enter right here on the breakout, knowing that in the last 3 weeks, every time you waited for a pullback, you did not have it. You know, that's the difference between the market conditions, let's say during the summer or during, let's say Q4. Yeah, I'm definitely not willing to force anything for sure, but was, like I said, was looking great when we broke above this high. So we would have our confirmation on the 5, so we would have that breaker order block. Chances are you're gonna break the most recent high, especially timing wise. So in this case, I was willing to enter if we saw a pullback here, but we didn't. We were strong enough. This is usually where you see the pullbacks, right here. So right here we held and we started to push back to the upside. So yeah, I don't really mind. There's also, you see, like when you have a low frequency of trades system, this is the exact thing that I have to deal with. It's like, do I enter? Do I take the risk of entering on the breakout? You know, all these things are going inside my head at the same time. But you know, at the position that I am right now, let's say on my accounts, with what I did in the last on Friday and Monday, trust me, I'll wait for a pullback. I'll definitely wait for a pullback. With a 50k eval making $200 days, you can pass between 15 to 20 days. Yeah, for sure. You could. You definitely could. But the question is, do you want to stay on an eval for 20 trading days? That's really what you gotta ask yourself. For me, knowing that I have a real strategy that actually works, I can't, like, the opportunity cost is too much. I can't not trade for 20 days. or I can't work for an eval for 20 days. I would rather pay more to be immediately funded than, you know, waste 20 days, because I know I'm gonna make more money. I'm gonna basically repay what I paid for the straight to sim account in 20 days, if that makes sense. So yeah. Usually right here you wouldn't try to, I think it's pretty dangerous to start shorting that. Especially at all-time highs, but that could be the open low to form the down wick. We could start holding here and pump back to the upside, definitely. But you see, let's say one concept here that you guys will see a lot is when we have a trend day. Let's say we open right here, we created the low, flipped, and then we're pushing. The timing aspect of ICT is telling you that not a lot of candles don't have any up wicks. All right, this candle will need to form a pullback at a certain point to make an up wick on that daily candle. Knowing this, what is the time that this candle will close? Around 4 p.m. EST. So you would anticipate a pullback, some sort of pullback at the last hour-ish, or even right now, to create that up wick of that daily candle. Okay, you rarely see price, you know, closing without, you know, an up wick like this. You see here, up wick, down wick, up wick. You see? So in this case, you could expect a possible pullback from here based on the daily framework. This is absolutely a framework. You see? This doesn't look bad at all. Right now on the 15 though. Every time there's like a possible good setup, like right here, let's say this breaker is good. Like, why is it displacing so hard right now? I wanted to see this, but 10 minutes after. Which time frame is this not clear? For me, because I would wait for this candle to close to know exactly what the market wants to do. So right now, the fact that it's displacing super heavily at the beginning is way too aggressive for me. Yeah. Not even a possible scalp on the 15, unfortunately. I want to take trades, but timing is off. Also here, if I did have the pullback, it would have been a full size. It would have been a $1,000 risk trade. Wow. That's insane. My plan for now is to wait for this this sell side. I want to see what we'll do from when we react from this sell side. If we can see a brand new candle opening on the 15 and see an open low, flip, possible trade here to go back to the upside. But for now it's way too risky for me to take anything inside this range. Timing wise, it doesn't make sense for me. So basically, like, let me tell you why it's dangerous for me. So you see that down move. A lot of people think that, okay, this is the right confirmation right now, it's opening, and then we see a down move. But there is always two possible outcomes. Either you're right or you're wrong. All right, it's either price is gonna go up or down. So right now, you need to ask yourself, we opened right here on the new candle. We've popped the high, and then we're starting to displace below the open. Boom. So we created that market structure shift right here around there. Okay. So right here, this level is either the level that will hold in order to break new lows, and this candle will end up being a bearish candle on the higher time frame. So you will be super early in a candle, in a move that will be bearish, and in a candle that will close bearish. Or what can also happen is that as soon as it will market structure shift right here, my fault, as soon as it will market structure shift, fucking tweak there, but right here will be the wick formation of the down wick of a possible bullish candle. So you see right here, it goes down first, but in order for us to create a down wick on the higher time frame, price needs to go down first, and then it will hold the level right here to go back up to form the down wick of a higher time frame candle. So there's always a transaction here and two possible outcomes. So you need to also zoom in on lower time frames to know, okay, what has more chances of happening? Can I position myself in a trade with a lower time frame confirmation where I could put my stop loss at an area where if, you know, I get stopped out, it means that I did not have the right, I did not, you know, enter the trade on the right side, basically, with the lowest amount of risk. So right here in this case, you see we market structure shifted. So looking at this candle here on the higher time frame, this could be easily a candle that closes bearish. You know, it opened, created the high, then starting to flip, etc. But also here, we could start holding, and it could be the downwick of a future bullish candle. So that's basically the main principles behind the power of three. So let's say here in this case, the reason why I want to wait, it's because the move has been made so fast. We usually don't see it happen so quick. In the next, let's say, first 5 minutes of the hour, we shift. We usually hold to see a resweep, and then crash down, and then you have a possible opportunity. So let's say here we have this low. All right, if I do sweep this low and I have the right confirmations in the power of three, I could enter longs here, all right, and be in super early in a move where this candle could potentially flip, you know. So that's what I'm looking for right now, to take a quick scalp. Any other questions, guys? On anything, really? Would you guys like to have Do you guys enjoy basically YouTube videos of psychology, or you don't enjoy them? I want to know. Like one face to face to the camera and talk about psychology. Let me look at other markets. Oh, okay, ES didn't even take out the law, which is crazy. So that's the SMT I was talking to you about. Getting out of positions. Super important. Right now ES doesn't even look that bad. But the displacement is way too hard here. So I would look for potential long if we do reject this low here. The question is, which time frames do you show us at first? What do you mean? When I was explaining the power of 3, you mean? It could be any candle, that's really about it. Like, it's fractal, which means that it could be 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute. Did you take any trades? No, not yet. I'm trying to, but market doesn't want me to. Could have potential long opportunity right here if we do hold this level. I like it. What's up, Armin? New to the channel, welcome, brother. If we do hold here and we start creating new highs, that would be a potential long opportunity for me. I have to go see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, brother. So I'm gonna be live tomorrow at the same time, so 12:30. We'll see. I don't think we're going to hold here. But if we do, I could look for potential long. Oh man, I'm happy we're 78. Pretty nice. I think the Tradeify TV live helped, that's for sure. Either that or a lot of people came for the giveaway. I'm telling y'all, next giveaway will be crazy. Do you guys rather have a giveaway where I give out, let's say, 16 accounts, or I give out 450k straight to sim accounts? Which are by far the best accounts in the game? Okay, so we held here, not bad. Have a good day, brother. 150k straight to sim. Damn. But you have less chances of winning though. If I only give out, let's say, 4, chances are you're most likely not going to see any accounts. But let's say if I give out 16 accounts, which, not 16, yeah, let's say 16, which 5 of them are straight to sims, you know, I think more accounts, more winners is better. That is a big area to see some heavy sellers starting to step in, so I'll wait. Five-minute fair value gap, 5-minute order block. If we start squeezing them inside this range, I would expect the most recent high to be broken. You're right though. You're right. But is that really why we do giveaways in the first place? It's like, even if I do giveaways, who cares about if the guy is gonna pass the account or not, really? It's like just to give out to the community, really. But of course, straight to sims are way better. But even that, like, I would give away, of course, at least 4 if I have the chance to, you know. But yeah, I agree that a lot of, straight to sims are better. But, I still think giving away growth and advanced they're gonna help a lot of people for sure, especially growth, where you don't even need to pay an activation fee. That is pretty nice for a lot of people. So if I look at this 15-minute chart, really what I usually see when I, see those kind of actions in the past, that up move, so that open low distribution up usually holds here. So this candle will flip back bearish. That's what we usually see on those cases. Really, if we do squeeze them out of that range though, I could take a long, but right now we could be forming the upwake of a future potential bearish candle because we have a level of resistance up there. That's the principle that I use behind every single trade I take. So right here, you can see it in real time forming. This right here could be the upwake of the new candle. This inverse right here could be what delivers you back towards that sell side to break that low and to make that candle close bearish. 100%. Especially, let's say, like the last winner, he was from Morocco. Like, it's if you are from one of those countries, it's pretty hard to buy a straight to Infinite account, let's say, or even a growth account. It's like 1 month of hard labor. That's why I like, let's say, live trading on YouTube. It's, if it can help out a lot of people, then I'm happy. Where am I from? I'm from Canada. I don't want to get squeezed inside that range. Egypt, nice. That's cool. I will try to take a trade here. If I don't see one, then I'll possibly be reps, but give me a signal. What's up, Tyler? Even for a potential scalp long, I don't really like it anymore. It's like a 50-50. it will pop the most recent high right now, so no. Couldn't really get in this. Did not like how deep we retraced there, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if we popped it higher than this, pulled back, not so close, not so deep basically, I would have liked it, but fortunately I'd rather stay out on this one than risking the fact that this candle right here was gonna close strong and bearish. Fortunate though. Still wanted to get in this anyways, but yeah. Fortunate. You guys can see to my left, like I logged in my Tradeify account. Usually what I do is I calculate my risk on Tradeivy since it's pretty easy. So like I usually enter on the limit order, so I click here, right click, and then let's say I wanted to buy here inside the zone, so I would put my stop loss at an area where I risk 1,000 and where my TP would be around like 800, 900. So like right here, I would have needed to risk 5 cons per account. So 25 contracts in total on Tradeify, which is crazy since it's not moving much. But yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty much gonna wrap it up right here. Unfortunately, no trades for now, and yeah, I literally called it out to the tick what I wanted to see, but unfortunately, like the pullback was deep to a point where I couldn't really trust the fact that it was gonna open high. So yeah, I bitched out on that one for sure, but looking back at it, it literally opened higher. So anyways, I wouldn't have gotten filled here if I didn't, take the most aggressive possible entry. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. I appreciate you guys so much for showing up. Hopefully we'll do a giveaway next week. All right, gonna try to do a giveaway next week. And yeah, if you're looking to get into prop firms, make sure you use Tradeify and use code AMOS for the highest discounts. I see you guys tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. for the same kind of trades, same kind of live that I did today. So live trading, and yeah. So take care, guys, and peace out.